Wendy Williams has been an iconic figure for decades. Starting her career in radio, Wendy expanded her kingdom to television, earning and deserving her moniker, the Queen of All Media. So what happened to Wendy Williams over the past few years to lead us to where we are right now? Let's go back. When Wendy Williams was on the radio, it was not unusual for artists to hate doing press, even more than they do now. This was peak shock jock era, and artists oftentimes had to defend themselves against hosts to keep the focus on their projects. If you think Wendy Williams is spicy now, you don't know Wendy. The 90s are often viewed as the golden era of hip-hop. There was a lot of fraternizing, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, with Wendy admitting to having a cocaine addiction. She was young and on the scene. But there wasn't social media like there is now, so Wendy's messy blind items were extremely popular because she always had the sources. Wendy was also known for outing people. She often talked about the gay rapper, and she was the first person to really dig into Mr. C's sexual orientation and personal business. Keep in mind, this audio predates his prostitution solicitation arrests. Listen to how she hints at it being DJ Mr. C having a preference for transgender women at a time when people were often not comfortable speaking about their sexual orientation. I also want to give everyone fair warning that a lot of the language in some of the footage you're about to hear and see is extremely insensitive. And I just want to make sure that everyone has fair warning about that, because a lot of these things would never ever air today, and I don't want anyone to feel unnecessarily triggered because you were not told about what you're about to hear first. So I do apologize in advance for what we have to do, but I have to report the news. Thank you.
Except with another DJ, not from here, because we don't specialize in DJs. We specialize in today's R&B, classic soul, grown folk discussion, WBLS. But over there at them their hip-hop stations, they be queening out, trying to act all hard and thug. Hi, Miss Wendy. My name is LaShonda.
Oh, man. She sent me something and I tried to ignore it.
I'm not. You know what? How dare you? Why didn't you give it to me? Why are you trying to ignore it? You are so in denial.
How dare you hide debauchery, Hollywood?
Yeah, no, because you know what? This is one of his heroes, and he doesn't like to...
That's my man right there. I was trying to...
Oh, shut up.
Blind eye to that.
Shut up. I'm reading it. Here we go.
Come on.
It says Nicole. So she emailed it, and she knows I don't get my emails. Nicole, can you please pass this to Wendy? I don't have a fax machine, but I want to tell her about what I experienced last night regarding
Yeah, I know who it is. She already sent it to me.
How'd you like that, though?
Perfect. Just the right amount of syllables.
I'm glad Vaughn's not looking. I know he hates this. Yeah, here she goes. Hi, Wendy. My name is LaShonda. Last night...
Let me get dressed.
Give me my coat. I'm leaving.
I ain't bringing 40 with me.
While I was going into the hallway of my building to go into the incinerator room to dump some garbage. And as I finished, I was walking back to my apartment and I noticed
Damn.
Came out of the elevator and was looking for an apartment. I've been in a few clubs where has DJ'd before. So I knew him instantly and I said, hey, and he smiled, hey, what's up, baby, to me. And I smiled back, and then I went to my apartment, closed the door, kept quiet, and looked through the peephole. Exactly.
Citizen swoop down.
Wait. Yo, I hate this show. I hate it. I seen He went into the apartment next to mine. Wendy? a tranny lives in that apartment next to me. Now, I've told you about this DJ before, and I've told you he's not just gay, he likes trannies. He is legendary for years.
Since I've been in New York, I've been hearing that, though.
Oh, and that's what he likes, trannies. It's not just a gay thing, it's trannies.
You can call with him at the light and everything.
Yep, that's what he likes. That's what he likes. And everybody knows your business.
Oh, the unmitigated gall of Wendy Williams.
Well, and you can figure out the radio station by just following the employment timeline of Hollywood.
Wow.
Well, you can.
Wow.
You can figure out who it is by you going,
No, you can't.
Are you crazy?
Can you figure it out by that? You can? Can you figure?
No, I need to hear it out.
Thank you. But you're not on a college campus. You're like an old man. Let me ask a college girl. College girls, can you figure out? What? Ah!
Put that where? Back there.
Well, not really a full-time tranny because sometimes he goes out dressed like a boy. But everybody around here knows him. He's mad cool. Anyway, I was shocked that went next door. And at first I thought, that might be family or something. Yeah. And maybe he's going to visit family. But Wendy, it was 11 o'clock to midnight. Booty call time.
DJ lessons.
I even called my girlfriend, because she'd been my friend since we were small, and told her about it. So, Wendy, I stayed up until 2 a.m. watching Play to Win. What is that?
Some game show.
Look, people are calling on the warm line. Don't you tell them. And if you do say it, only tell Hood Hef. Don't tell anybody else. Because it might be Is that somebody asking?
No, just somebody trying to guess.
Oh, hang up.
Put that where?
Yeah.
Back there.
I was up till 2 a.m. watching Play to Win, trying to win some money. And Wendy, why did I hear sex noises coming from the apartment next to mine?
Could have been a porno.
So I got my friend back on the phone because I couldn't believe was having sex with a tranny. I turned down the TV and put my ear to the wall. Wendy, they was having sex like animals. It was loud. From the time I was listening, they went at it for maybe a little over an hour. Me and my girlfriend had a good old time cracking up and listening. I don't know if he even knew that was a tranny, but I don't see how he couldn't know because he looks like a man dressed in girls' clothing. You can even tell by his voice that he's a tranny. Maybe it was first time. No, LaShonda is an old queen. He's lived.
Hollywood, you look hurt.
I don't know, Wendy, but it was funny just listening to them. Now, everybody else in the room can hear a story like that, take it for what it is, and go home and make rice-a-roni and go to bed. Hollywood gets really hurt by hearing his heroes like that, and you will really think about this for 48 hours.
Nah, I just say live and let live. I mean, I don't pass no judgment. Whatever, whoever he having sex with, whatever, that's his own business.
Yes.
And he's always shown me respect.
Yes.
So
Probably wanted you.
Well, why?
Hold up.
Put that where?
Well, why when you talk about it?
No.
Don't try to look so good in a wig with some lipstick on and a dress. Like a dress Trev up.
The beautiful lean figure you have.
It looks like one of my DJ needles.
All right, you guys, we have to go. A shout out to All I'm saying is bon vivant, but really, your business is, I mean, that's all.
That's disgusting.
He likes trannies, Vaughn. Why are you looking at me? You want to know who it is? Yes, you do, Cat Daddy. I'm coming right in to tell you.
That's disgusting.
All right, everybody. We have to go. One.
Making a penis as a tranny.
And after an hour and a half, you know there was smoke and fire. Hollywood, I'm sorry. Yeah, and everybody, I love you for listening.
Nearly 15 years later, Mr. C was a guest on Maino's Kitchen Talk podcast. He was able to speak really freely about his attraction to transgender women, and he seemed like he's in a really, really good place.
You know my story. You know I am. You know what I do. No,
You know.
but the world, like we.
Yeah, you know. My story is well documented. I just wanted to know how you got down.
Nah, I don't. I absolutely strictly women.
Okay.
That was good.
Okay,
I like that. That's cool. But
That was good.
So people thought
you like trannies though.
Yeah, that's what I do, bro.
That's
you know
what you
me.
do.
You know what I do. That's what I do. It's
But
well documented.
you liking trannies? Do you consider yourself a gay man?
I mean, I've answered that question way back when I got arrested in 2011 and 2013.
We got new people.
Yeah, I know we got new people. I consider myself trisexual. I'll try anything.
Okay. Hey, I respect it. I respect it.
I'll try anything.
I respect
not anything. Not literally not anything. But the point I'm making is that the only thing I've done with transsexuals is that I got top head from a transsexual. I've never had sex. I never penetrated.
You never hit a nigga.
No.
You never hit a nigga.
Never.
No.
You never hit a nigga.
No.
Okay.
Not one time.
No.
Okay.
Never in my life. Never had sexual intercourse with a transsexual.
But what is the thing with transsexuals? Like, because it's a man, so it's like because there's footage, right? Where it's like this dude tapes you, right?
Right.
And y'all like haggling over the prices of head, right? So it's like.
Well, let me correct you.
Right.
It wasn't a dude that taped me.
Right.
It was a transsexual woman.
Okay, it's a transsexual.
I don't want them to get at you.
Don't get at me.
It was a transsexual woman that taped me. It was not a man.
Okay, I don't understand all this shit.
But I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying.
You want to learn from the master? What you want to do?
You're the fucking master. He's the fucking master.
You want to learn from the master?
He's the master. So
because I don't want you to get because they will get at you, bro.
They will get at me.
If you don't talk the right terminology,
I have a problem.
You will have problems.
Okay, so a transsexual female tapes you, basically haggling over head prices and where to do it at and all this other stuff. Like, so what I'm asking you is that my question is like, do you prefer that it's a
man that looks like a woman?
That used to be that looks like a woman, or
Maino, stop being difficult. That's what a transsexual woman is.
So
it's a man that's dressed like a woman.
Right, but is that what you like, though?
Yes. I already made that clear. Where we going here?
You know, I really respect your honesty.
There was also Method Man. Method Man hates Wendy. They have long had an irreparably damaged relationship because Wendy announced his wife's cancer diagnosis on the air before her friends and family even knew.
Well, that ain't nobody fucking business right there, though. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about it and shit. That's her business. She didn't want anybody to know about it. You know what I'm saying? And I respected her wishes right there. So for the media to bring that and put that shit out there like that, I think that shit is mad tacky and disrespectful.
Yeah, well, you know, we won't even run that, man, so don't even worry about it.
No, y'all can run that. I want that to be ran. I'm talking about as far as the way it was done in the beginning, because she's past all that now. But when it was going on and all that, and people, it was done by, I'm going to give you, Wendy Williams did it. All right, her. She's the one that did it. You can attack me any way you want to. I'm in the entertainment business, but you don't attack my family, man. My wife ain't had nothing to do with that, man. Had all nothing to do with that. You did not have to do that. Her family members didn't even know she was sick. We still live in our same community where we used to live at. The people that lived around us didn't know she was sick till you said that shit. And everybody looking at her, staring at her. You know how uncomfortable that makes somebody feel, especially somebody that's going through chemo? Stupid ass bitch. It's bad enough she didn't have her hair on her head. You think she wants people staring at her, pointing at her, talking about how sick she is? Nobody knew anything until Wendy Williams said that shit.
She hasn't won a lot of fans, man.
She doesn't have any fans, and the people that listen to her just as fucking dumb, because the bitch is an idiot, man. She's a fucking idiot, man. It's like she can say whatever she want to say about me. I never call up there for shit. She can say whatever she want to say. But you don't attack my fucking family, man. You gotta be out your fucking mind, lady. For real, you gotta be out your motherfucking mind, man. I ain't no regular okey doke nigga, man. I ain't no NSYNC Justin Timberlake ass nigga, man. Come from Park Hill, Staten Island, Park Hill, nigga. You been on my block, you know where I'm from. You been on my block, you fucking them little niggas around there. Think I don't know, snip and blow, sucking these niggas off and shit. I know. However you want to do it, Wendy, but me, I'm not gonna do it verbally. I'm not gonna come on your little show and try and bark on you and shit like that. Nah, man, I'm a street nigga. You'll see me.
The Judge Mathis interview was probably one of the most tactical Wendy takedowns that anybody had ever heard. She'd finally met her match.
Here on this show, whether it's TV or radio, one thing that Wendy Williams does is keep it real with her audience. Now, my audience knows all about me and what I've been through, and what they don't know, I go into explicit details in my book. Now, that might not be true, according to you, about this woman that allegedly you slept with. You allegedly got her pregnant. Listen to just let me draw up the skeleton, Judge, and then you fill in the meat.
Wendy, I didn't read that part. Now you making that up.
Okay, let me draw
now you and WBLS about to be sued for defamation. You gonna make some stuff
okay,
up here
Judge, you
wasn't even alleged.
Okay.
Now, that's called defamation.
All right.
That's called defamation, Wendy.
Okay.
She did not allege that.
All right, look.
I'll tell you what she alleged, and it wasn't that.
All right, you tell me what she alleged, Judge, in all of your anger.
I'm not angry.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm not angry.
Okay.
She said that she had an encounter with me where I was getting high.
Doing cocaine.
Brought to you by Classic Throwback TV.
Still addicted to, based on your nasal passages and all these days you're missing at work and going in and out of the bathroom right while I'm here in the studio. As I told you, I've never used
New
cocaine
York City.
in my
Are you following
life.
me?
Listen, I've never used cocaine in my life.
Okay,
never in my
tell
life.
me what else she alleged, Judge.
She also alleged that I asked her to sleep with my wife.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, and so, and if you want to believe that ridiculous nonsense, you feel free to. But and you want to keep fueling it when no one else has even asked me about it.
Nobody else keeps it real like
everyone
this.
in the media knows that tabloids print trash, but every week that they pay people to come up with you or anyone in this studio to go to a tabloid and tell them, I want to sell you a story on someone, and they'll buy it.
Right.
And if that's the type of stuff that you fuel on your show,
and
feel free to. But I don't know what else you want me to tell you.
I also got
I didn't do it.
I also
and
got
I have
it from
nothing to do with it. And I don't know the woman, never met her, never used cocaine. Now, let's talk about fueling your stuff. You, on the other hand, have admitted to being addicted to cocaine.
Absolutely.
Secondly, you continue to show symptoms of your addiction.
Okay.
Lastly,
what are those symptoms? Tell me.
These nasal passages you keep coughing up.
And I did Afrin.
This eternal cold that you continue to have.
Yes,
that you can't have to come to work because every other week, and now you're even stupid so low as to blame it on your baby, your newborn. How low can you get? That's about as low as you can get, to blame your child for your cocaine addiction. Then, lastly, your bisexual activity. I'm sure your audience want to know about that. I've heard that rumor.
I'm sure my husband would love that.
Yeah. Oh, he watches? Does he watch when you do it?
Yes. Don't you know?
No, I don't know. I didn't know you were that low down. Lastly, we can continue with what I heard about all those abortions. Like 8? You had 8 abortions? That's what I heard. That's the rumor.
How interesting.
Now you want to keep fueling that? Did you write about that in your book?
I wrote about abortion in my book.
All 8 of them?
Yes, I wrote.
8? Ooh,
I have an abortion.
Goodness.
Unlike you, Judge, I'll be smarter about my book. I don't reveal everything for free. People must buy my book to get the information that they need to get.
To finance this radio show, knowing that you had 8 abortions, a cocaine addict, and a bisexual. Sponsors continue to put up money for this show.
You know what, Judge? You are
better
protesting.
Watch out for the anti-abortion crowd. I can tell you that.
Let me just
you
say
watch
this.
out for them. You better say something to them. Don't explain to me.
Let me say
you
something.
ain't no trial with me. That's what you
Let me say something to you and to everybody listening.
Go right ahead.
You are the.
You thought you were gonna get me on here and hijack me.
You are the Tyson Beckford.
You got the wrong person, darling.
You are the Tyson Beckford of the protest.
I'm not some of these soft guys you done had on here that you think you can talk anything to. I come from the hardest streets of America. And if you think you're going to send me back to the streets fueling these nonsensical rumors that come in a tabloid.
Can't forget her coming at Whitney Houston.
So, Whitney, as far as you stand with drug use, is there drug use going on at this present time?
Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney. You.
No, you're not talking to me. I'm a mother. Only my mother has privy to that information. You talk to your child about that. Don't ask me no questions like I'm a child. You talk to your baby about her, what she gonna be confronting and what she got to deal with.
Don't
ask me like I'm a child, because I'm not a child, Wendy.
My child is a little boy, and I will talk to him about drugs.
Talk to him about that shit. Don't talk to me about that shit.
But listen, Whitney, I will talk to my son about drugs because I have been where the world speculates where you are, which is I was a full-blown cocaine addict. So
that's your problem, not mine. Move on.
Well, that was my problem, Whitney.
You helped yourself. Did you ask God to help you?
And no, I managed, thank God, because I have a good man. And so thank God I was able to just rise up above it and quit. And all I asked... Okay. And you, on Diane Sawyer, also mentioned that you'd want to see receipts behind the drug use.
Man, if I spent that much money, somebody better give me some receipts so I can attach.
We could go on about this all day. Wendy was a menace on terrestrial radio. Now let's fast forward. Remember, Wendy has long admitted to having a cocaine addiction in the past, and her present problems are said to be caused by her alcoholism. She also suffers from lymphedema and Graves' disease, which generally aren't life-threatening, but if lymphedema isn't managed properly, it can lead to disfigurement and disability. Graves' disease can lead to heart problems or weakened bones. Either can lead to death if not being properly treated. What would even make Wendy Williams relapse, though? In 2019, Wendy Williams announced she was divorcing her husband of 21 years, Kevin Hunter, after it was revealed that his mistress had birthed a child. If you follow the timeline of Wendy acting really strange, a lot of it seems to get progressively worse as her marriage was unraveling and she became the subject of gossip fodder. Even more devastating, her husband moved in with his mistress, whom he is currently with. As if things could not get any worse, during the pandemic, Wendy lost her mother, the beloved Sherri Williams. Her appearances started to get even more and more strange, prompting people to wonder why she was even doing the show at all. Even while going through the divorce proceedings, her now ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, has been really vocal about the show not supporting her recovery efforts. Kevin Hunter told Page Six exclusively that Debmar Mercury didn't want to engage in any activity that would take Williams away from the show while the family wanted to support her recovery efforts. Wendy was going to work while living in a sober house. She eventually admitted this in a very emotional statement on air.
Hi, welcome back. So, you know me for being a very open and truthful person, and I've got more to the story for you. You know, Kevin and I have the Hunter Foundation for the Good of the People, and we recently launched our 888-5 Hunter number for those of you caught up in the struggle of addiction. Well, for some time now, and even today and beyond, I have been living in a sober house. When you see me come to work, glammed up, right after the show, I go across the street, I do my Pilates. I told you 2 hours a day, I like to take care of my body. And you know I've had a struggle with cocaine in my past, and I never went to a place to get the treatment. I don't know how, except God was sitting on my shoulder and I just stopped. But there are people in your family, it might be you, who've been struggling, and I wanted to know more of the story. So this is my autobiographical story, and I'm living it, and I'm telling you this. After I go to the Pilates, I go to several meetings all around town in the tri-state area, and I see my brothers and sisters caught up in their addiction and looking for help. They don't know I'm Wendy. They don't care I'm Wendy. There's no autographs, there's no nothing. It's the brothers and sisters caught up in the struggle. And it's been really interesting, this ride. Only Kevin and Kevin have known about this. not my parents, nobody knew because I look so glamorous out here. But after I finish my appointments, seeing my brothers and sisters and, you know, breaking bread, I am driven by my 24-hour sober coach back to a home that I live in here in the in the tri-state with a bunch of smelly boys who've become my family. They hog the TV and watch soccer. And we talk and read and talk and read, and then I get bored with them. Doors locked by 10 p.m. Lights out by 10 p.m. So I go to my room and I stare at the ceiling and I fall asleep to wake up to come back here to see you. So that is my truth. And if you, or I know, either you're calling me crazy or the bravest woman you know, I don't care. If you or someone you know, our Hunter Foundation just launched last week. We have already successfully placed 56 people in recovery centers around the world, not just the country. It's a 24-hour hotline, 7 days a week. Call 888-5-HUNTER.
With Wendy admitting to a past cocaine addiction, this alcohol relapse has seemed to contribute to this rapid decline in her health and what appears to be early onset dementia. Remember when Wendy passed out live on air? She blamed it on her costume being too hot. Then there were all these weird incidents and outbursts before the show was gifted to her recent arch nemesis, Sherri Shepherd. A recent Hollywood Reporter expose got into the final days of the Wendy Williams show, and this was said. Behind the scenes, insiders say Williams was unraveling. Everybody on that staff and crew witnessed all kinds of things, says one show source. According to two more, during that 4-year period, producers sent pre-show text messages to higher-ups at the company questioning Williams' sobriety on at least 25 separate occasions. Those at the top would then have to make an ultra-quick judgment call on whether to go live at 10 a.m., which those sources say was typically complicated by the fact that Williams would insist she was fine. In some of those instances, the episode in question was the second taping of the day, which meant it wouldn't air until later in the week, giving the execs time to rewatch the hour to see if Williams appeared inebriated. In all but one case, it was decided that she seemed fine enough and the episodes aired as planned. The exception occurred in the spring of 2021 and a repeat ran in its place. One of those sources adds that staffers would find bottles of alcohol up in the ceiling tiles and other weird places in the office. Wendy has been seen out and about completely out of sorts and sometimes looking like she doesn't even know where she is. It has been reported that she didn't even know her show was over, and it had to be told to her several times. Then there was the cringy TMZ interview.
Without further ado, let's bring in the guest of honor to tell us all about her plans. Wendy Williams joining us on TMZ Live. Once again, Wendy, it is great to see you. Welcome back. Hey, Wendy.
Well, welcome to my formal apartment. Thank you.
We are duly impressed. So, look, let's get right into it. That's a big statement for somebody who's been a fixture on television that you just have no interest in for more than a decade. So tell us about
it.
A very successful one.
So Morton and I talked, and I was like, you know, I've got enough money to do something else. And what I've never done, podcasts, which, by the way, podcasts everyone has. But when you're famous, podcasts will make more money for me being famous than doing the Wendy Williams show. So podcast, where will I go? I'm not sure. Europe, you know, the France, wherever I want to go. Also, I know Oz. I know, you know, many people. Dr. Oz, by the way, you know Dr. Oz?
Of course, yeah.
All right, my friend, I've been in New Jersey so many times I can't count. Also, I know plenty of people. So I'm ready to, fortunately, I have enough money. I could do nothing at all and just relax in my gorgeous apartment. By the way, doesn't it look gorgeous?
What about the Fat Joe interview?
I need my money. I need my money. I need my money.
Her own brother has taken to YouTube to vent about the situation.
I'm pissed. I'm upset, because at the pillar of this whole situation is our father, 91 years old. He doesn't deserve this. He doesn't deserve to see, Wendy just out there grimy, greasy, nasty, trifling, trashy, with God knows who, and making bad decisions. She's irrational right now, and I don't know what's driving her vessel, but, I'm gonna have to book a flight, and to get a closer peek. I don't care if I have to stay in a hotel across the street. I got to see for myself and try to be a guiding light because it's not working.
Presently, Wendy claims that she's married, though sources say this isn't true.
Good morning.
Hi.
So yesterday when you called me and said that you were married, I posted that, right? And now some guy named Will is talking to Page 6 saying it's bullshit, making me look crazy out here.
No, everybody seems to have a problem with that. I'm married.
So is there a problem that they don't want people to know you're married, or they didn't want you to tell me you're married?
I'm married. I don't care who knows it. I'm married.
Okay. Well, I fuck with you the long way. I'm always look out for you. I just don't know what Will is doing or why he's out there trying to discredit me, but that shit gets me the fuck off.
Because Will sees no point in me getting married. But you know what? Fuck Will. 14 years I've known him, and I've always said fuck him in a good way.
Wendy is also asking people to boycott Sherri Shepherd's replacement show. Do you think people should have to choose between Sherri and Wendy in this situation? Whose side are you on? What do you think led to all of this? I'm Koku, aka Koku Puff. Leave a comment and let us know what you think. Thanks for checking out the Unhinged Podcast with Koku Puff and Drew Brees. If you like what you see, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.